is worse than him.
Sup, y'all? Bring you guys another video. So, yeah, just a quick post-fight thoughts video of the main event that recently took place over at the Barclays Center. Gervonta Tank Davis versus Rolando "Rolly" Romero. Fight was scheduled for 12 rounds. Fight lasted 6 rounds, with Tank knocking out Rolly in round number 6 to successfully defend his regular WBA title. Yeah, I think most of us expected a knockout in this fight. I think most of us expected uh, Rolly to get knocked out. I think a lot of people were actually. I think most people wanted to see Rolly get knocked out. Yeah, Rolly. I'm gonna be honest. I thought Rolly was doing a very good job in the fight. I actually thought he was winning the fight going into the 6th round. I think I had it 4 rounds to 1, I believe, in favor of Rolly, or two. No, was it 4 rounds to 1 or 3 rounds to 2? I can't remember exactly, but I think I definitely had Rolly winning the fight going into the 6th round. And the judges, I think, had Gervonta. I think 2 judges had it Gervonta Davis winning after 5 rounds, I think. But anyway, in the end, scorecards didn't really matter because Tank ended up landing that big shot with Rolly coming in. I mean, Rolly, he always has his head up. Like, dude, tuck your chin in. And, with his head up and everything, that made it even easier for him to get hit clean in the face coming in. And that's what happened. I thought he did a good job staying active, letting his hands go, landing some good shots here and there, with Tank mostly moving around and, picking shots, boxing. But, Tank was stinking in there. He was trying to set up a punch, and he landed it. He swung that left hand and landed it clean at the chin. And Rolly was able to get up. Props to him for getting up. But he was on wobbly legs. Can't blame the ref for stopping the fight. I'm sure a lot of people probably would have liked to see him get knocked out a little bit more, hurt a little bit more. But, at the end of the day, the ref is doing his job to, stop the fight when he thinks that the fighter can't continue anymore. Because if he honestly could have let the fight continue, but at that point, I think Rolly would have just been getting unnecessary punishment. He would just gotten knocked out even more. And I'm sure a lot of people would have loved to see that. But at the end of the day, these are people. These are people who have lives, and they're a father, son, and Rolly is still young, and you don't want to see him get seriously hurt. So can't blame the ref for stopping the fight. So anyway, it's a very, very good win for Tank Davis. Tank improves to 27-0, 25 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. I say very, very good win because he went out there and he did what he was supposed to do. And it feels like this fight was a bigger fight than I expected. I feel like the trash talk definitely made it a bigger fight. Tank is now a free agent, who is still under Al Heyman, I believe. But he's no longer with Mayweather Promotions exclusively, so Floyd doesn't really control him anymore. But I'm sure Al still has that influence over him. I think Al is still his manager. But it definitely opens up more possibilities, more fights for Tank. And at 130 or 135 pounds, I should say, there's some big fights out there for Tank. And if you look at the 130 division, we have Shakur, who will be moving up in weight probably in the near future. That's a fight I'd love to see. And I think Tank mentioned that he can make 130. So if he decides to go back to 130, that Shakur Stevenson fight is a big fight, and I'd love to see it. And if you look at 135, we have Kambosos versus Devin Haney coming up soon to have an undisputed champion at 135 pounds. Tank holds that regular version of the belt. Hopefully the WBA will enforce the winner of Kambosos versus Haney to fight Tank. But, if Haney wins that fight, there's an immediate rematch in the clause, a rematch clause. So, if Haney wins, he'll fight Kambosos again. And I think the next fight that's already pretty much set is for Kambosos. It's for Haney. If he beats Kambosos twice, he'd be fighting Vasily Lomachenko. Most fighters who are at the top of 135 pounds are with Top Rank and ESPN. Devin Haney is with Top Rank and ESPN now, if you guys don't know. Ryan Garcia is with the Zone. But, whoever can offer him the big fights. I think Ryan Garcia is set to return in July. yeah, I think that's a little too early for Tank to get ready for a fight. Um, I think the rumored fight for Ryan Garcia is for Tuna, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I can't remember. I haven't really seen any official news just yet. But I'd love to see Tank get in there in the mix against his top guys: Kambosos, Lomachenko, Haney, Ryan Garcia. Hopefully that's the next fights. One of these guys. These are the biggest fights to make right now for Tank. And the clock is ticking. He's in his late 20s now, so I think he's turning 28 this year. He's still in his prime years, but still, I'd love to see him in there in the mix. Hopefully the Ryan Garcia fight can happen at the end of the year. That's the hope. If they can make it happen. As for Rolly, I think he wants a rematch. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna get a rematch. First loss in his pro career, 14-1 now, 12 wins coming by way of knockout TKO. He's still young, 26 years old. Like I said, with him with that chin up, I mean, he did a good job in this fight. He was very awkward. I felt like he was, throwing shots that you don't really see often from different angles, and the way he sets up his punches are pretty awkward and weird. I thought he did a good job. Like I said earlier, I thought he was winning the fight going into it. I mean, going to that sixth round. But he ended up getting caught. And a rematch, I don't think so, to be honest. But I'd like to see him fight somebody like Isaac Cruz. Isaac Cruz is with Pacquiao Promotions, who works with PBC. They can definitely make that fight happen. And I think Cruz is set to return in August, so they can make that fight. I wouldn't mind seeing that fight. Hopefully we do see it. So anyway, it was a good fight. Rolly, as expected, got knocked out. I really do think most of us expected Rolly to get knocked out, right? I think most people were just hoping to see an upset. Well, most people actually were hoping to see Rolly get knocked out, but there were some people who were hoping for an upset. But Tank too good. Tank too good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for listening and watching. And do you guys think it was worth $75? Oh man, pay-per-views these days, man. I think PBC needs to really relax with the pay-per-views. Too many pay-per-views, bro. Come on. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. Thanks for listening and watching. And like always, have a great day. Alright, thanks.